It's time for Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan and Sissany, this is the email that we got. My husband said he had to work late. I checked his location to see if he was on his way home. I noticed something curious. His phone was at the office, but his Apple Watch was at a restaurant. And then it went to a hotel. Marisol, thanks for coming on in Whittier. So we understand all of that. At what point did his phone and his Apple Watch end up in the same location?
I kept on checking it, and it ended up at a hotel.
Okay, and then when did you see your husband next?
So he came home, and I confronted him about it.
Okay, and then what happened?
He said I was just hysterical. Like, he said there's nothing to worry about. You can't rely on those location trackers.
I think you can.
Yeah, you totally can.
I think you totally can. So when you said to your husband, I saw that your phone was at work, your watch was at work, then your phone stayed at work, your watch went to a restaurant, then your watch went to a hotel, what did he say? You can't trust that?
Yeah, he just said that you can't trust it. Like, I'm just being so paranoid is what he was telling me.
I mean, it's a device. Like, you're not being paranoid. It's telling you data.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea of who he might have been with?
I really have no idea whatsoever. You know, like, you never know now these days. I've heard so many different stories about how...
Marisol, how long was his Apple Watch in a hotel?
It was there for, a few hours at least.
2 hours? Few hours, you said?
Yeah, a few hours.
How long have you guys been married?
4 years.
Have you looked into any hotel charges on your credit cards?
So I did. Like, I checked everything. Didn't find any hotel or any restaurant charges from that night. So maybe I am being paranoid. I just can't.
It just doesn't make sense.
It's Ryan Seacrest here. Hey, Tubbs, quick tech thing. If the iPhone was at the office and the Apple Watch was at a restaurant and then a hotel, that's where it was, right? You can't trick the system, can you?
I don't think it's possible. No, it's all GPS tagging. No.
Oh,
okay. I mean, this is like that luggage tag too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get to know where your luggage actually is. It helps to have an expert on hand. Thank you, Jeffrey Tubbs.
Jeffrey.
Now, let's go to Marisol. That's the scenario that we're in. It's a Ryan's Roses, and she said that her husband had to work late. Now, I'm with Marisol. I don't think it's paranoid. I'd be worried. Her husband had to work late. Then his phone stayed at the office. His Apple Watch goes to a restaurant, and then a hotel for a few hours.
That's just crazy.
And then he says, when he comes home, you can't trust those things. I mean,
hotel is
at all.
so sketch. I'm sorry.
We do think, Marisol, you have a legitimate concern. I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name, your husband's name, on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call my husband.
All right, so we are going to do that now. Let's see what we can find out. Be very quiet while Sisney offers him roses. Let's find out who's top of mind and then what the story is. Good luck, Marisol. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Brian?
It is.
Hi, Brian. My name is Charlie. I'm calling from Beautiful Blooms. How you doing this morning?
Fine. I'm sorry. What is this regarding?
I'm calling from Beautiful Blooms. We're located in Whittier near the Smartin Final, and today we're offering local residents a promotion of a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. They're free. Now, before you hang up, they're absolutely free. I'm just trying to promote my new business. You can send them to anybody that you'd like, and if you are pleased with our arrangements, then we just hope that you refer us to friends and family.
Really? Free roses?
Yes, it's a dozen red roses that you can send to anybody. We just need the name of the person and a note.
Sure. Her name is Lydia.
Great. What would you like to put on the card?
Just put, I don't know what I would do without you.
Great.
Brian?
Hello?
Brian,
Yes.
your voice is being broadcast on the radio. And I have your wife, Marisol. Is that your wife's name, Marisol? Are you married to a woman named Marisol?
Okay. Yeah. I didn't follow a word of what you just said. Where did the other woman go?
She's here, and so is your wife. So there's a lot of us here. Can you explain to Marisol why you couldn't do life without her?
A friend you don't know what you would do without.
Who's Lydia?
Well, who is
Who's
she then?
Lydia?
Marisol, do you know who Lydia is?
No, I
All right,
don't.
so who's Lydia?
It's
Brian,
Lydia.
what's the story?
Lydia's a friend.
Okay. And I don't know what I would do without you. Tell us what you're going through with Lydia.
No, it's just a friend that I don't know what I would do without you.
That you would send red roses to. And not your wife.
Look, I met Lydia in February, okay? And look, we'll talk about this when we get home, okay?
All right, so Lydia is not just a friend. Lydia is a romantic interest.
Look, my wife and I can talk about it when we get home.
All right, so
we can not on
that's
the radio. We can have a real conversation
How
about
can you
this.
do this?
Brian, did you
How can I ever
recently
trust you then?
see Lydia, take her out for dinner, and then spend a few hours in a hotel?
I mean, yeah. I mean, but
All right, so you're cheating on your wife.
Okay. There you have it, Marisol.
Right, we appreciate your honesty here. You're cheating on your wife, correct?
look, babe, let's get
That's
off
a
the
No,
yes.
radio.
it's all
and have a real
out there, Brian.
conversation.
You've been tracked. She knows everything already. So just come
So
clean
she
now.
knows that you were leaving your phone at the office, and then you went to go hook up with Lydia at the hotel. I mean, she had your watch. You had your watch with you.
Yeah, so you didn't cover all your tracks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Brian, you've been cheating on your wife for a while now. Marisol, what is your response to him?
I can't believe it.
Just look. Let's talk. I'll get off the radio right now. We'll have a real conversation. I'm going to come home right now. Okay.
We'll take you both off the radio right now. Take the lines down. We'll take you both off the radio right now. And Marisol now knows what the truth is.
Yeah. Crystal clear.
Crystal clear. You know, we had a Ryan's Roses phone call a few minutes ago, and it turned out that Brian's cheating with a woman named Lydia. Marisol and Brian from Whittier. He got caught. His devices were in different places. He was at a hotel with Lydia. He sent the flowers to Lydia, so we knew that something was up, and we had all that other electronic evidence. But he lied at first, and then he ended up getting to the truth that he was having the affair. And then he says, we'll come home and talk about it and try and figure it out. I mean, like, what what is in his mind think he's going to be able to figure out, right? Like, she says, don't come home. I'm gone.
Right.
It's always like, what are the next steps there?
Because he's
And
going
he
to try
didn't-
and manipulate her. That's what he's going to do. He's going to say, just hear it from me. He's going to say, it was a weak moment. I'm so sorry. It's because I was lacking something in our relationship. And he's just going to try and gaslight her.
He did not seem so remorseful or bad about the fact that he was doing this.
Which confuses me as to why he would want to try to save the marriage.
Oh, he's going to say things like, you don't want to start over again. I mean, this is what
Oh,
these
so he's
guys
gonna
do.
he's going to leave Lydia?
That's my question.
It sounded to me like he wanted to be with Lydia.
Yeah. He didn't even hesitate to send her the flowers.
At all.
That's what we think.
Well, that is what we think.
I think he's going to come crawling back. I think he's going to come crawling back to his wife, and he's going to say he made a mistake, and he's going to try and repair the marriage.
And do you think Marisol, based on what we know and have met in the last few minutes, will let him come back? Do
I
you
hope
think?
not.
Sissy, do you think she will?
I don't know.
Stacy, do you think she will?
God, I hope not. This
Well,
dude
thank you
is
for calling.
busted.
Yeah. So you heard that in Sherman Oaks, and I don't think there's any. If I'm Marisol, the answer is no. And if it sounds like Brian is not, I mean, he's like all about Lydia.
What a player. I mean, he left his phone at the office, so he's trying to throw her off his trail, but he's such a that he forgot he was wearing a smartwatch, which is totally trackable. I mean, that is like next level BS, trying to cover your tracks like that.
Exactly.
He's shady.
Actually, Stacey, all those words you just used in that order summed it up brilliantly. That's how I should have recapped Ryan's Roses. That was a heck of a lot better than me trying to explain it a minute ago. And yes,
Totally
yes.
shady.
Exactly.
Thank you for listening to us. Do you have anybody you want us to call?
No, I don't hang out with shady people, but I'll let you know if I find one.
That's right.
All right. Thanks for listening to us. Take care, Stacey.
Thank you so much.
Bye. We do Ryan's Roses Mondays, just after 7:30, and we do it on Thursdays, 7:40. So Mondays, Thursdays. If you want to check out Ryan's Roses.